the wedding industry professionals and bringing in a practice of collaboration, that is collaboration with. Now, to think of GWN in the space of 2 years has come a long way with 1,000+ members, which are not only pan-India but also global. So, other than India, members who are from Mexico, Thailand, Turkey, and the likes. Friends, GWN in its endeavor to offer its members a lot of activities, primarily is into virtual meetups, is into featured interviews, that is KYM, which we are already doing now. And other than that, GWN also offers social media visibility, has successfully been running an educational series to help the existing professionals and also the wannabes who want to enter the event industry. In addition, GWN is now having a common group access and has later introduced an incubation center, the GI program. To know more, GW can definitely write or page, Facebook page, or the LinkedIn. Without much ado, let us introduce Sudeshna Sen, primarily and GWR from E. Sudeshna is hot and has our property. She has put her heart and soul into it by the name of Savastika Eco Park Resort. Sudeshna has been into family business, which is of organic fertilizers. So the family has been legacy place, and she has taken over a legacy only to give a tweak, and we more about soon. Sudesh loves and she is leading, and her burning desire is travel on the world alone, and the her is go gratitude, being hard work and patient. This is not, ladies, this wonderful today recognized by a leading origin of India.
Neeraj, ji, you're on mute, I guess. Can't hear you.
Welcome, Sudeshna, you on KYM series.
Thank you.
Sponsored by GWN. And Sudeshna, I mean, having so much that I have read, I want our members and people who will be seeing this
Mhm.
to really know more about you, but in your words, because as they say, from the horse's mouth. So, come to think of it, how did you get into the entire legacy family business, and you chose to go into a direction
Mhm.
which was nowhere near. So, could you please enlighten us, throw some light on how really you started into this
Right.
business?
Thank you, Neeraj, for the wonderful introduction, and thank you, GWN, to have me here today. Really, it's a pleasure to be here. So, as you said, right, our family business is something very different. And how did I really land up to having an eco resort in a city or in Siliguri, which is the foothills of Darjeeling? So, I am basically born and brought up in Darjeeling, this area, Siliguri, and I had my education and I had a working life of 15 years of my corporate life in Bangalore. So my dad always wanted me to be back to business, and we are into B2B. Majority of our fertilizers are into B2B businesses. So when he told me, I was like, I can definitely come back and be in the business, but I definitely want to do something of my own and not really be fully be involved with the family business. So that's where he thought he will help me to set up something new. And we already had a farmhouse in Silguri, which is right now our resort. So that was a farmhouse that we had over 12.5 acre of land and a tea plantation with a lot of organic farming and all that. So my
Wonderful.
dad thought, why not have a resort? Because he always felt Siliguri really needed a place wherein people can drive down within a very short distance for a recreation or an entertainment. Siliguri, though being in a
Right.
very juncture of the three countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, as well as the foothills, the hills are there, the
Mm.
Queen of Hills, Darjeeling. There, so people would typically for their vacation go to either Bhutan or Darjeeling or the hills. Even Sikkim is very close by. So not something in Siliguri was there where people could rejuvenate and spend some time over the day vacation. So he thought this farmhouse should be made to a commercial place for the people, and this is his idea, his vision, and he wanted me to join his team to put this vision in place. And that's where I came
Mhm.
in, and in 2017 I quit my job in Bangalore, and I joined my dad full-fledged. And then in 2018 February we launched Swastika Eco Park Resort. It's 2.5 years now, and I'm very emotionally attached because it's my father's dream that I'm putting in execution. And the progress that I have seen over last 3 years is, I would say that the love I have got from people, the acceptance of a new, something new, and a lady being responsible in doing everything. I've become the face of Swastika Eco Park Resort, and it's been a wonderful journey, and I'm looking
Great.
forward to a wonderful future as well. Yeah, that's how I landed up in Swastika Eco Park.
So, that is I mean, take over businesses and sit on it and expand it. And there is this dynamic lady who took over a legacy business but decided to give it another direction. And there she took ahead the vision that her father had, and she has been able to create a wonder in this place called Fulbari. Fulbari, that is where Savastika is located, right?
Right, absolutely. So Fulbari is a very strategically located place, I would
So
say.
I believe it's nearing or border with Bangladesh. In it has got a very scenic location. Uh, come to think of it, with all the tea plantations and a lot of gardens around. But you have chosen to basically create something very unique in this natural place and offer it to people as a getaway, as a weekend getaway, as a vacation for corporates. And this is more amazing when you have shared that you were already into a well-paid job, very peacefully settled in Bangalore and enjoying the laurels with an American company with your contribution. And uh, to really take a bold step like this, that too in a place where, as you rightly said, that women, it takes a lot for a woman to, accomplish things. Because when a woman comes onto the business helm, a lot of eyebrows get raised. But I mean, it's so nice to see what you have done, the wonders that you have done, and the way things have moved in terms of Savastika. So, what I would really like, Sudeshna, is if you could really share with us what Savastika is actually, as an eco park resort. So, what is this place, and what, how are you really developing it? What are you looking at it, in years to come?
Right. Yeah, so swastika by its name itself, right? It's a derivation from a Sanskrit word called swasti, which means peace and calmness and peace. So swastika represents a place where it's very serene, relaxing, calm, and very rejuvenating. So it had plantation. We have a lot of bamboo root plants around it, and it's a beautiful location with natural pond. We have a lotus pond, we have fishing pond, and everything. So we had this little pieces of things which put together make Swastika a very unique eco place. Now it was always there, but how did people really know about it, or that conceptualizing?
True.
What I did was, when I first took it up, though I had no service industry background, I was always working in a corporate, and I'm an MBA finance. I was mostly, working with the system and the numbers rather than interacting with more people. So when I came here, what I really got to know from my friends and the family, there is a need, a huge need at this hour, that people want to go and uh, spend the time in open air within nature, because a lot of pubs were coming up, a lot of concrete building, hotels and all, but there was not much of space. Every city
True.
currently faces that, probably not much of open space. So we had this there, right? So my concept was firstly targeting people to for a day vacation. So every generation, like the older generation, the kids, the youngster, the family put together.
Mhm.
When you come across a family, every there is people from every section, right? So how they can come together and enjoy. So that was how I built the day vacation or staycation concept, wherein every bit of people, they have their places to enjoy within Swastika. So there is lawn, there is banquet, there is multi-cuisine restaurant, bar, a pool table. We have children's play area. We have fishing. A lot of nature's walk. You just want to sit in the nature, enjoy the view, enjoy the beauty. There is no problem into that. People come with their family. They just want to spend the entire day in the lawn, and we serve them food and everything there. They play around. So the concept is, you are in a very natural park kind of an environment, but it's a resort. So we give them that facility, that you
Wow.
don't have to carry that food, baggages, and everything. You just come with your family, and you just tell us, from breakfast, mid-morning snacks, lunch, and evening snacks, to dinner and bonfire parties, everything we can give you in one package. So that is
Super.
what played, that concept of having one place where you can have
Mhm.
variety of things being done, and for
Absolutely.
all age group. So that is what makes
Wonderful.
Swastika a very unique proposition, I would say, to come across, that every age group has their own specific corner for it. And yeah, it's a very calm place. So swastika means shanti, peace, and you'll find it.
Peace.
Though the kids, when they come, they make a lot of noise, and we enjoy that with the birds humming. You will enjoy the kids' noise also, and that's very beautiful. When you come for a pandemic, really have made us missing those views and those places. But it's a place, I know people in Siliguri love it because every generation can come and enjoy it together as a
Very,
family, right? So right now
very.
we see that lacking. There are pubs, there are dine outs, for every different age group. The elder
Right.
ones are always at home, back home. So
Mhm.
now you can come, bring your family, you can have them sit in a corner with their own comfort zone, and your kids can go and play around the play zone. You want to enjoy a chilled glass of beer and play over the pool table, you can do that. The ladies can have their card games, board games, and gossip in a open environment. So everything together makes swastika a very family oriented place.
Wonderful. So this lush green 12.5 acre property,
Yes, so
I can say is an invitation for all age
absolutely,
groups
absolutely.
to really come and unwind themselves, find themselves sitting amidst or in the lap of nature, really getting away from all the hustle, bustle, actual quality time with your family and with your loved ones. So I mean, this is a very good initiative. I could say this is a master stroke in a manner when we are living the kind of stressful and fast lives in cities, in the concrete jungles, as you very nicely put, Sudeshna. This this place just seems like God's abode. I'm feeling so tempted right now. The way you are talking, it's like, gosh, I could just teleport myself and be in Savastika there and really enjoy what you're talking about. But uh, come to think of it, we definitely look to these places to really unwind, whether it is to have, a mug of beer, or whether it is just to sit with our loved ones, sing songs, see children play. The noises that the children make are actually the sounds which we actually are not hearing because we are so much into our lives,
Mhm.
and there is so much of digital overexposure which is actually even killing the children's active outdoor activities. So so
There's network issue today, and looks like Neeraj's connectivity got dropped. He's back, but can't hear him.
something, and my connection, what have what really lockdowns time for us, and obviously the travel, tourism event, and the hospitality hotel industry took in a way the major beating because it was the
Neeraj, your voice is breaking. Uh, can't hear you.
how have you, Sudeshna, managed to bail Savastika, or just sail through the tough times?
Right.
and any specific approach, in particular to the hospitality industry, anything, any success mantra or any equation or any such I would say that possibly insights that you could share that that have worked for you in these troubled times.
Right. So, this current pandemic has really hit us all, and specifically with the hospitality industry and the entertainment world. I would say this is the biggest hit. We never thought the wedding industry itself, right? We used to always talk about, even if there are recession all across, wedding industry is something will never go down in India, because that's where the families or the parents would do their best to give the best day to their kids for on the wedding day. So that
True.
industry is never going to go down. But with the current situation, it was something initial first 2 months when it happened in March. We were all expecting, okay, maybe April and everything will be getting better.
Yeah.
So April, and we had total lockdown March end to April, right? So June
True.
8th, typically when things started opening up, but there was no a permission for the restaurants as well as the bars to open in Bengal. So we were
Mhm.
only allowed for small gatherings, weddings of 50 heads, or small corporate events of 50 heads. And if
Okay.
somebody is staying with you, they could avail the drinks and food. So restaurants were absolutely no. So we were very, very kind of lost, confused to how to go about it, because, as you know, Swastika, it's been a family place, and it's more like an open area wherein we can accommodate a lot of people. This size could be from 10 heads to 1500 heads, as big as that we had the open lawns and everything.
Hmm.
So for 50, managing the cost was very difficult. You know, how to really take care of the cost at 50 people, and vendors wouldn't come up for the events and all that. So we in-house gave a very small package, prepared for a total package, that how we could do. But people were not still happy to move out. It's little outskirt from the city, so they were like, no, maybe we'll come to the city only, not come down so far with 50 people for a wedding or something.
Right.
So that was something again, Swastika not being in the heart of the city, little further down, in the kind of a village area. So people
Hmm.
were like, okay, may not be, we wouldn't want to go. But then it worked for our favor also in a way, because the cities are more infected than the villages.
Hmm.
So, and the atmosphere is so
True.
serene and beautiful that even if you come for a small 5 people outing, you can easily do a social distancing. We have so much of space that the social distancing has never been a problem. So we did organize small packages for people who were wanting to come and stay over a weekend. Families were really very, very tired of being locked up at homes, right? So they really wanted a getaway, not very far, well hygiene
Absolutely.
places. So we started with that. We
Hmm.
started with that, and we got a couple of enquiries in the initial days. It was very less, but today, more or less, we do have weekend guests coming over from the nearby states, or the hills, and they come with their family and kids. Like now, the Dashera time, it's a very, very kind of outing and fooding time for Bengalis, right? So we do have
Absolutely.
inquiries for small gatherings of family, 15 people, 10 people, coming down and spending their time the entire day. So very hopeful that people are really taking that pledge to come out of their houses and enjoy, because it's all dependent on the people. So if that hadn't been there, it would be tough. But again, it was difficult to manage the pandemic time. We had to reduce a lot on the cost, and the resource management had to be done
Yes.
very well. We had to put
That.
people
Yeah.
back on home and said, okay, we'll call you back. Only very minimal staffing was there. And it is a teamwork. It couldn't have been done alone. And obviously, my father is the main person behind this. So I had to look forward to him for a lot of support, and thankfully and fortunate enough, he helped me financially during this phase, and I still survived. So the best thing I understood was this property is owned by us,
So
right? So there is no headache on the uh, lease amount or a huge rental that we had to get. So that way,
please,
it was easy for us to survive.
right.
We had to do more of the maintenance and the kind of manpower planning, which we
Yeah,
did. Yeah. So
yeah, because I think
still,
that's a
I would say still,
sprawling,
yeah.
it's a
So still one
sprawling
more year,
property.
we will be good, I guess, with this industry.
Great, great, great. So, I mean, come to think we have to all, that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So it's a tough Sudeshna. And guys, we have a small video that is the feature that she was recognized, and a video that was featured by She's Mercedes. And I would definitely like to share with you to really understand that how she was recognized as one of the leading women. And um, we're not able to hear the audio. Varun, we're not able to get the audio. So this is Sudeshna, this is really this is what we are seeing is actually Savastika, I believe.
Right, right. So the starting of the video
Yeah,
is the Coronation Bridge, which is one of the tourist highlight of Siliguri. So
right.
it's a very beautiful bridge. It's constructed during the British time. So
Mhm.
the starting was that's how the drive from the hills are,
Right.
and then we enter swastika, right? So yes, after we enter swastika, what you see is absolutely inside swastika.
Wow, it
That's
is an
the tea
amazing place.
plantation, that's the natural pond, and
Right.
bamboo around it.
The bamboos
I,
and
I
the
I really want to mention something here. Bamboo
trees.
plantation, we have almost 50% of our boundary covered by bamboo. So when you have bamboo around, bamboo emits 30% more oxygen than any other tree. So
True.
the level of oxygen that you have in the resort is very fresh, pure, because
Mhm.
there is no traffic around,
Right.
and there's natural so much of oxygen in the atmosphere. So when you sleep overnight in that place doing nothing, and when you wake up, even if it's a 3 hour sleep, you feel so rejuvenated and relaxed, because you are inhaling 3 hours of pure oxygen when you sleep. So even if you are drinking and you're enjoying thoroughly. But when you wake up, you'll be waking up totally fresh, even with the 2-3 hours of sleep.
Totally,
So,
totally. Yeah.
yeah, and that's where people really want to
So,
come and spend their time with us, because the sleep is very beautiful naturally. You don't have to do much
right.
to really,
Super.
have a very, very sound and beautiful sleep.
So you have this property which is a natural recharger, which is a powerhouse of oxygen, I can say, and
Yes, yes,
oxygen
absolutely.
rejuvenates, a lot of cells and entire cells, and I think it helps us sleep better and feel better. You are altogether a different person. I have heard of oxygen bars being run in Japan, primarily because the levels of oxygen in the
No,
cities are really low. So here you have this
more oxygen. Yeah,
swastika, which is a natural place. And I can't just believe it. I mean, you have a natural boundary of bamboos. This is amazing. This is just amazing. I mean, we can see it in the video itself.
yes.
The place is
Yeah,
such a paradise. It's
the
a
person.
paradise.
Yeah, it's all my father's imagination that he has put it, and the landscaping is done by him personally. So we have kept the rustic value intact. We didn't want to give it a very commercial touch thoroughly, by having concrete structures, too many concrete structures, or not having much of plantation. So he doesn't want to cut trees, he doesn't want to do anything. So you have to keep everything intact and do your little piece of construction or whatever. And everything, this tea plantation to bamboo plantation, everything has been planned by my dad. So he has been a very, I would say, visionary. He could think about it. Actually, this
Yes,
entire
absolutely.
project inception was in 1998. So he started the plantation of
Okay.
last 20 years. He had almost thoughtfully planted everything around. Even the tea garden is planted by his thoughts. So everything is done by him. So
Wow.
he has been a visionary.
Wow.
I, I'm
And
very, yeah. I myself feel very blessed and fortunate to be part of his family and being able to take this
absolutely.
forward.
Absolutely. So you are not only blessed, but it is vice versa. They are also blessed to have a wonderful daughter and a dynamic daughter like you. I mean, for all that his vision was and what he wanted, he started with something. But for you to leave everything that you had and to come in and take this forward, so it's like, you are actually taking his signature line forward, and that itself is commendable. And your inputs are turning this place altogether into something very different. But another thing that I also read is that Swastika is very conveniently placed in terms of you have quite a few tourist and sightseeing
Absolutely. Yes.
attractions around it. So it's not just about coming there and lazing down or leisuring around. If you are really a kind of a sightseer or a kind of a explorer buff, I believe there are a lot of other options that we have. Do we,
Absolutely.
Sudeshna?
I call Swastika as one of place in a very strategic location. Fulbari is a very strategic location. So we have three international
Hmm.
borders across Siliguri, which is one is Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan. So
Right.
Bangladesh is just 2 kilometers drive from the resort. Just 2 kilometers. You can walk down actually.
Mhm,
So that's one tourist attraction. That's the closest. And
mhm.
in the border, no, Bangladesh and India border, there is march past that happens during the duty change of duty, which is the
Yeah.
something similar that is there in Wagah border.
Wagah.
The
Right.
sentiments are very different there because of India, Pakistan. The sentiments here are very friendly. So
Okay.
it's a very kind of a jovial atmosphere, not that
That
strong,
looks
yeah,
that.
that kind of emotional hit of being an Indian. It's not here that much. but it's nice to see. It's a very that ritual itself is quite popular, and it's a very popular tourist destination also.
Okay. Okay.
The another closest is the Mahananda Sanctuary, which has, which is again situated as a hub, tourism hub by the government of West Bengal, called Gajol Doba, which is another 45 minutes drive just from our resort.
Okay.
In fact, from our resort, it will be a little less, 30 to 35 minutes drive, I would say. So there you
Okay.
have migratory birds coming. There is boating, and
Okay.
it is made as a natural. It is a natural place. There is a water dam, Tista River.
Hmm.
The dam is there, and around that, a lot of resorts are built up. Even beautiful eateries, as well as boating and fishing. You could do
Hmm.
there. And migratory birds are one big attraction during
Super.
the winter season.
So that I believe that becomes the a paradise for the bird watchers or the
Yes,
wildlife enthusiasts,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and the
because
drive,
migratory birds.
the drive that you go, that's called the Doers Belt. When I go towards Gajul Doba from my resort, that's the Doers Belt, and you have forest around, and a
Uh-huh.
water canal pass through the entire road. That drive itself is very pretty, very
Wow.
pretty. And you see a lot of natural animals, like obviously a lot of monkeys, but elephants are a big you know uh, to
Treat to
spot
watch
there.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we do
Wow.
see a lot of elephants coming by. There are cheetahs also. You have safari there. There are a couple
Okay.
of places in in around those tourist lodges or tourist destination, wherein safaris are being conducted. So midnight, even night safari or early morning safari in jeep, and elephant ride over safari. So those are very, very attractive. They're like 1.5 hours drive to max 2 hours drive. You can stay there overnight as well and come back. One day you stay there and then you come back to Siliguri. Now, another destination that you could travel is Bhutan, which is three and
Right.
a half hours drive from Fulbari area.
Fulbari. Mm.
So you have to bypass this forest land and the Doers Belt to go to Bhutan. On the other end, you have the hills, which is Darjeeling, Sikkim, and Nepal also. So very strategically
Amazing.
located. In an hour of 2 to 3 hours, wherever you want to go, you can go and have your next destination, or you can just drive and come back. So it's that kind of a place, and outside the city also. So you're not just staying over at a place just to park yourself, but you are actually enjoying the beauty of
Enjoying,
it.
enjoying. Absolutely, absolutely. So, um, I mean, all I can say is this is a place to be in, whether you are in West Bengal or not, guys. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the flights. Really, taking place, and we can start traveling interstate. This is one place I really long to be. I mean, given
And it's very
uh,
easily connected to the flight, I would say. So all the
okay,
cities, the major cities, including Bangalore,
hmm,
metros obviously do have a direct flight to Bagdogra.
yeah,
It's like 2.5 hours flight from south, which is Chennai or Bangalore, if you take. And
hmm,
Kolkata obviously has a direct flight. Delhi is about, I think, 1 hour 15 minutes, so maybe something like that.
hmm,
And obviously Mumbai flight is there, direct flight is there. So
yes, correct.
every location you can touch to Bagdogra, which is the airport, and from Bagdogra it's just 40 minutes drive to the resort.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's very strategically, even if you want to come by train. So NGP railway station is just 8 kilometers away, so which is like 15-20
Wow,
minutes,
amazing. So,
right? Yeah, and
so
because of
that
pandemic, lot of people are driving down from the Kolkata belt to the North
okay.
Bengal. That's
That
what
is
we call.
almost 5.5 hours drive, I believe, from Kolkata.
No, it's an eight. It's typically 8 to 9 hours drive.
Okay,
So it's like 560 or 550 kilometers distance is
okay.
there. Yeah, it's an
Wow.
overnight train journey basically. Yeah,
So that
but
is So that is what Savastika speaks for itself, and that is the power that Sudeshna has as a personal brand and as also as a big brand like Savastika, where people were driving down, guys, 8 to 9 hours of road driving, is definitely has something very motivational at the end, that I should be motivated कि 8 9 घंटा चला गाड़ी चलाने के बाद, after I have driven that much, what am I going to really achieve in this pandemic when I am busy? I'm very comfortable in my home with everything, in my favor. But this is an amazing property. It's got nature, and it has some wonderful ecosystem that has been basically planned by Sudeshna, Mr. Sen, and Sudeshna is now adding value to it, and it has got everything that you would really wish for in terms of a family vacation. It has got wildlife, it has got some good food, it has got an excellent environment. So guys, all those who are wishing, I can understand, we people from other states are not, but this again could be a good destination for us as event planners, as wedding planners. The travel, the DMCs also need to keep their ears open. This is one destination which can really excite our clients. So if we really are interested and would like to collaborate with Sudeshna, this is how you can do so. The screen coming to you shares information regarding Sudeshna's social medias and her numbers. And in case anybody wants more information, they can connect with their zone heads and deputy zone heads, who in turn shall definitely ensure that you are connected with Sudeshna Sen, and you can really go and enjoy, if not at least a vacation with your family. I think a vacation by yourself, first hand experience, will itself be enough, that you will want your clients to go there, you will want weddings to happen there. There you see such wonderful pictures of weddings happening there, and she has awesome lawns, I mean, uh, to really share. So Sudeshna, we really look forward to coming down to Siliguri and Fulbari in particular. And Savastika is the first place I want to be once I am out of this lockdown in terms of travel. And it has been such a pleasure to have you on board. And I mean, you have opened, or you have rather shown us doors to heaven. So, wanting to go to heaven, which is on earth, please, Savastika is the place you need to be.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Neeraj ji, for
Thank you,
this. And
Sudeshna.
actually, I'm looking
Any
forward
any
to,
parting line?
yes, I'm looking forward to people to come forward. And, it's a very natural place, even for a wedding environment. So we do have very big lawns. We have three lawns. One is 15,000 square feet, another is 20,000 and 12,000 square feet. So we have three lawns. We have a banquet space. We do have multi-cuisine restaurant and bar. So in-house, you will get the liquor facility. So ideal destination for corporate events, because without alcohol, corporate events typically don't happen. So you don't have to go and look for a separate total setup for getting alcohol, because we have a licensed bar property there. So that's something you get. Ample open space lawn for your team activities or those kind of thing. And obviously weddings and anything, a 3-day package for from Sangeet, Haldi, all that pre-wedding activities for a bachelorette to post-wedding parties. Everything
Activities.
Swastika gives you a total
Absolutely,
package.
absolutely.
Total
Mehndi,
package.
haldi.
for your event, destination event, and it's amidst the tea garden, so you get a very English touch also if you want to. So a day event with a open barbecue or something like that is a perfect wedding destination, I can say. We lost Neeraj again, I guess. So we are done. Looking forward to having more support from GWN, and definitely do get in touch with me. My number is shared, or you can drop me an email for any further inquiries on Swastika. We cater to small outings as well as larger parties. We have done events of 1200 guest size also. 31st December, we have organized our in-house event, which had 600 plus footfall. So it's an event destination also, just not a tourist destination, but an event destination as well. You're muted, Neeraj. You cannot hear you.
It's all about making most of it. So you have a combination of an ecosystem, a tourist place, combined by a resort which have all the facilities, all the ingredients required to either make your corporate event a big success or some remarkable moments that can be created for a destination wedding for you or your family. So, as Sudeshna put it, Savastika is there to raise your spirits in case you feel the little has event to help you with the spirits. And she has more than that. She has all the facilities and all the hospitality that you can ever expect in that part of the country. So I really take an immense, once again, I really thank Sudeshna for being a part of this show and sharing all this information with us. And we would like to wish her and Savastika all the best wishes and all the success with whatever she does in future.
Thank you, Neeraj. Looking forward to the association with GWN. And yes, we are ready. So expecting to have inquiries as well. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you, GWN. And this is Neeraj Shah signing off.